Now let's turn to our top story of the night. The Vienna City Council met tonight for their regular meeting with several items on the agenda. The first item on the agenda was the second reading of an ordinance that would amend and correct the 2024 City of Vienna Comprehensive Plan. This ordinance would update land use changes, educational developments, economic development initiatives, and transportation improvements for the community. The second reading of the ordinance passed by unanimous vote. Council also spoke about amending the capital reserve expenditure from $255,000 to $150,000 for the Spencer's Landing property. This amendment passed unanimously. Also on the agenda was a resolution authorizing Mayor Chad Emmerich to go ahead with the Spencer's Landing public restroom and performance stage projects, which would cost $150,000. This resolution was also passed unanimously. The Friends of Vienna also made an appearance at the meeting to discuss plans for this year's Freedom Festival. The dates for the event will be June 25th, 26th, and 27th at Spencer's Landing. The event will feature many exciting events to celebrate America's 250th birthday, including pro wrestling, the Wild World of Animals, a drone light show, a Patriot parachute team, and multiple musical performances, including the headliner Smash Mouth and more.